What's up, everyone? So today we're going to talk about functionality, all right? So what is a function and what does it look like, okay? So we've talked about the multiple representations. Now we're going to figure out what's a function and what's not. Okay, so the formal definition, and I'll have it up here, is for every input, okay, every input, there is only exactly one output. All right, so every input, that means usually your x values, okay, if you input an x value, you can only have one output, which is the y values, okay? And here's an example that I like to use. Okay, the example I like to use is, think of your school bus, or say a bus somewhere, like, oh, what's going on here? Oh, guys. All right, okay, so where are we dropping? All right, okay, so figure this out. So if we're in a bus, if we go in a bus, okay, those are your x's, right? You're going in a bus, okay, you're the y values. If you get into a bus, okay, you can't leave and go at multiple stops, all right? We can't drop at two different places. We can't drop at Twisted Towers and Retail Row at the same time, right? It's not possible, okay? You can only get off at one spot. So if you get on a bus, multiple people can get on the same bus. Sure, there's, you know, different x's, x1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? But you cannot leave, you cannot get an output at two different spots. So if you are, say, the number x, x number 1, you can't get off and get a y values of both, say, 5 and 7. You can't. For 2, you can only have one y value for every input. If you step into the bus, you can only come out with one stop, one answer. Okay, let's look at some examples. Probably want to get out of here. All right, so hold on, let me give that W real quick, and I'll be right back. Back. Got a couple representations on the board, okay? So I've got some tables. We'll talk about that first. Example 1, tables, okay? So if you see tables, how do we tell if it's a function or not? Well, remember, every x, every input, can only have one output. So if I see a 3, I can only have the value of 5. So if I input 3, get off the bus, you land at 5, okay? 10, same thing. One output, only 7. 13, there's only 21 as well, 9 and 10, okay? But this example is wrong. It's not a function, because if I land at 3, if I have the input of 3, okay, you're number 3, and I try to leave at the bus stop 3, okay, that's awesome. But if I check down here, here's another number 3, and then there's a 7, well, that's not right. So let me grab this here, okay? You can't do that, so that means it is not a function. I'm going to use a different color here, but because of these two, all right, basically if there's more than one x, okay, you can't have it as a function, all right? You cannot repeat x. I'll use that word, repeat. Do not repeat x, okay? Repeating the x's. So if you see the x's repeating on a table, it is not a function, okay? What about ordered pairs? Same idea. If I have an x of 5, and then I get an output of 7. X of 2, output 3, negative 8, and 3. They're all different. All the x's are different. All right? But if I check here, there's a 5, I get a 7 as my answer. I input 5, and then I output 7, okay? Input 2, output 3. Wait, input 2 again, I should output 3, okay? You can't get another output. So because of these two, it is not a function. So again, it is not a function because we repeated the x's. All right, if you're repeating the x, not a function. Okay, so mapping. All right, same kind of idea. If I have a 3, input 3, output 5, input 9, output 10, 10 gives me 21, 13 gives me 7. Everything is different. 3, 5, 9, 10, 10, 21, 13, 7. All different. But look at this. 3 outputs to give me 2. If I input 3, it also outputs to give me 7. So again, you have 2 arrows, right? You can't have that. It is not a function because 2 arrows right here, okay? This 3 is giving me 2 arrows. Not a function, all right? Basically, 3 goes out twice, cannot be a function, okay? Every single x input can only have one y output. Lastly, the graph. And I know you've heard this, but we're going to use what's called the vertical line test, okay? So I've got a ruler here. Vertical line test. If I go across this, okay? If I go across this as a line, you will only touch one part of the graph. This graph is good. Okay, let me use another color. Okay, hopefully it's a little better, right? Vertical line test. Okay, what if I go here at a circle? All right, automatically I can already see that it's going to touch 2 points on my line. It is not a function, okay, guys? So, easy way to remember this: vertical line test, vertical line test, vertical line test to tell if it is a function or not, okay? And that's it, guys. That's functionality. And I'll see you guys next time.